Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kirsten and this is Small Bobbins. So happy Vlogmas! We're in December now and Laura from the Specky Seamstress is hosting a daily vlogging challenge so that a bunch of us sewing vloggers can talk about our Christmas plans and our crafting plans and, you know, just what's going on in our daily lives. So if you're following along with the tour, you probably came from Whitney's video over at Tomcat Stitchery. If not, be sure to go follow her. And for tomorrow, be sure to already prepare and subscribe to Alex's channel over at Gingerhead & Co. So if this is your first time here on my channel, quick introduction. Kirsten, American, living in Belgium. I run a online boutique for lingerie making supplies called smallbobbins.com. Definitely go check that out if you need any sort of lingerie making supplies. I have some really beautiful stuff, if I do say so myself. So what am I up to today? We just wrapped up Knicker November, so that's a sewing challenge that we did in November with Laura from the Specky Seamstress and Romy from Romy Kate, and she's got a YouTube channel now as well, so be sure to go subscribe to her stuff. I think it was a huge success. I'm still kind of reflecting on everything that we did. We put out a lot of content. I got to meet a ton of new lingerie makers, aspiring lingerie makers and sewists from all over the world. I really loved the participation from the community and seeing everybody's makes, hearing about how they're just getting into lingerie sewing. Like, that made me so happy. And we gave out all the prizes. I'm so excited that we had the opportunity to do that. So from a month of like really heavy social media interaction, I have been taking a step back to kind of prepare for the holidays, especially for a new small business. It's a busy time of the year for me. Definitely if you want to hear about the web shop happenings, new products, pattern launches, stuff like that, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. I will put a link in the description box. Otherwise, I'm starting with a bit of crafting, not really Christmas themed crafting. I have to admit, I'm not much of a maker for other people. I have 2 kids. I have sewn stuff for them, but I don't know. I think my time and my energy is much more appreciated elsewhere, especially my son. He just wants Lego sets, so I'm not going to make him anything. I do have 2 new patterns that I'm working on. I'm really excited to cut into these from a fellow Belgian designer. And so I've got 2. I've got a bra and a panty pattern. This is from Harry Ito Lingerie. So you'll probably hear me talking about them much more closely. I have the opportunity to go and meet with Leisha, who's you know, the designer, the one-woman show that runs this company, and I think we'll be collaborating much more closely in the future, so you will hear me talk about these patterns. I'm really excited. It's the Rafale bra and the Geminus panties. They're both really interesting designs. If you checked out my blog during Knicker November, you might have noticed that I put the panty patterns on my list of Knicker inspiration. It's got a lot of variation, a lot of possibilities, and I'm really excited to kind of go through my stash, aka my shop inventory, to see what sort of interesting combinations I can come up with. And the bra is an underwire bra, so I don't have much experience sewing underwire bras, but I'm really excited to kind of get into that more. And other kind of Christmas holiday stuff that I'm thinking about lately, you know, obviously we're all thinking about kind of getting gifts, making gifts, etc. And since I'm very focused on lingerie sewing, I actually wrote up a whole gift guide up on my blog. So whether you are shopping for somebody who's just getting into lingerie sewing, or maybe they're already into it, they're pretty intermediate, or if they're more advanced, I have kind of different lists geared toward those sorts of people. Or if you yourself are a lingerie sewist, or sewist in general, kind of ways that you can take your sewing skills and your lingerie inspiration and put that towards a gift for somebody who's not a sewist. Definitely go check that out. So that's just going to be over at smallbobbins.com/blog. And maybe just a quick bit of housekeeping. If you do intend to buy any sort of kits or materials from my shop, I do have some holiday deadlines and the shop will be closing for a little while between Christmas and New Year's. So if you want to try to get those things before Christmas, be sure to check that out. I've got, you know, banners all over the site to make sure you know about it. Oh, and maybe it's interesting to know what I'm wearing. I am wearing all handmade today. So this big block of black that you probably can't see that well on camera is a Monroe top. It's a free pattern by Tessuti Fabrics, an Australian pattern company. It comes in one size. I want to say that they finally expanded it to maybe like 3 sizes now, but it's a boxy, like, you know, it's a, what you call this, like a dolman sleeve, you know, bracelet length, 3/4. Look at me, like I really know what I'm talking about. A little like turtleneck thing. And I made mine in some merino wool that I got from the fabric store, the New Zealand one. It was very expensive. It was very worth it though. It's like one of my favorite like winter pieces. It's just super warm. And mine is fairly cropped, which wasn't entirely what I was going for, but I just accidentally chopped too much off of it. And on the bottom, I've just got some high-waisted ginger jeans. They're fairly standard for me. This time of year is always really like, it just seems to be overwhelming with different sort of holiday plans and all sorts of stuff. Being an immigrant, like my family isn't around, so usually I'm either traveling to them back in the US, which is a big deal, traveling with 2 kids, or they're coming over here, so then we're hosting guests, or we're going traveling. This year I don't think we're going anywhere for Christmas, just kind of hanging out in Belgium, but it's still kind of a crazy holiday season because in Belgium and also the Netherlands, they celebrate a more local tradition called Sinterklaas. And Sinterklaas, this is like so amusing to me as an American in Belgium. Sinterklaas is an old man with a beard, big red outfit, who comes in December to bring toys to children, as compared to Santa Claus, who is an old man, beard, red outfit, who comes to children and brings them presents. So for now, my kids are 4 and 7, so they still buy into this idea that there are 2 separate old men who bring them presents on different days in December. And Sinterklaas is on December 5th in Belgium. Like very confusingly, it's December 6th in the Netherlands, and then of course Christmas later in the year. So it's just kind of like gift bonanza. Like, so for me this week I will be making sure that I have all of my Sinterklaas stuff figured out. For Sinterklaas, you put a shoe under the tree and you leave out carrots for his horse and a glass of beer for Sinterklaas to drink. As opposed to Santa Claus, who has reindeer and who drinks milk and eats cookies, and you leave out a stocking. Like, there's so many small differences. Like, one day my kids are gonna figure out like how silly this is, that like we have 2 like nearly parallel stories going on during Christmas time. So that's how I'm prepping for the holidays. Otherwise, it's just kind of business as usual, making sure that I have enough stock for everything. One thing that I'm kind of bummed about is my velvet fold over elastic is like on its last few meters. It's like the most gorgeous stuff. I only got a small piece of it for one of my projects, but it's going fast. It's probably going to be gone really soon. So if you want some, like, go check the site right now. And a couple of my other like limited edition items are going quickly as well, which is like great for me. It's great for business, but it's also kind of sad to see them go. I'll have to look for some other special things to replace them with. Alright, so that's my little Vlogmas update. I'll be back soon with more videos about tutorials and makes and different sorts of projects. Like I said before, definitely be sure to check out both my friends who are on the other side of my Vlogmas day. So we've got Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery and Alex from Gingerhead & Co. And thanks again to Laura from the Specky Seamstress for organizing the whole Vlogmas. Absolutely, you should check out her channel. That's probably how you got here anyway. And one final plug for my shop: if you need any sort of gorgeous lingerie making supplies, laces, stretch fabrics, elastics, all that sorts of stuff, be sure to check out my shop at smallbobbins.com. Thanks guys, see you next time, bye!